if your teammate makes a pass, well, you literally like you're parked. You're parking right now. So like you have to restart the gas, the engine, and then go. So like you're not ready here. Even if your teammate gets beat, well, you have to do a turn. You have no momentum. You're not moving. Wait, you're literally not moving. Does your controller DC? Okay, I think it did. I hope it did, because so Plat won, right?
Yeah, I just got into it like a couple of days ago.
Okay. So you freshly starting the game.
No, I've been playing since like 2018.
Okay. How many hours do you have like in total, or like, you know, just
About
asking back?
1,300.
Okay. Good.
I have a good amount racked up, just never really progressed beyond like gold plat area.
Okay. Do you have like any reason why? Just you're not playing like super seriously, or?
No, I guess I'm just not not figuring out some. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I keep trying different things, and I just I guess practicing my bounce dribbles helped a little bit to get into plat, but now I'm kind of like just not progressing. I'm going back and forth, basically up and down divisions.
Okay, I see. Review TV. Let's get started.
Right.
Mm. Okay, for kickoff, I won't say much here. Simply just try to hit the ball in the middle. That's really what it is. Maybe it's the first kickoff, right? It's always like leave a doubt for the first kickoff. Let's save. Okay, fortunate for the boost. So here, so you're going super fast, which is okay. But here you kind of get your speed against you by booming this ball away and giving it possession. Um, and now see you're back in defense. Okay. And then we have the first error. So like this is, I'm gonna say a minor error at this level because it can work. But now we have the big error. So right now you're ball chasing essentially. So you just did an action. Okay. You just did an action here. Your teammate is behind you. So he's behind. He's gonna be taking the follow up after, right? But look at what you do. So he's gonna take the follow up. He's probably faced for the play, but you're not gonna cut him. And thankfully, well, you're gonna get it, and he's gonna miss. But this should still have been your teammate ball. I don't know if you solo queue only, or sometimes you do. Because if you do, like he could call out for you to not go for this, right? But here you see that you ball chase, right? So just try to think that after an action, you should have a teammate behind you. So here, actually, what you should have done here is simply look. Simply take the information, and then you would be able to have a proper follow-up. Okay, again, double committed here. It's a bit dangerous. Nice. It's a bit chaotic. Let's go back to review, I think. It's going to be better for now. So still making a good pass. Very good pass. Very good attack. We saw a bit of chaos in the... when you were defending. So that's nice. I don't mind you being safe. At this rank, for the kickoffs, you should be safe. Here... So, the way we're going to go for the mechanics, I won't go over the mechanical errors. I'm just going to say how you can simplify those. And to simplify mechanics is essentially to decide to go for the safest option. Here, if you look at the enemies, they're all pretty far. So actually what you can do is simply wait for this ball. So I want you here to take the information. Do I have to go or not? Here, you can see the enemies, right? We can see them directly. So here, actually just wait. And then like drive down. And you'll be able to continue. Just based on that. By the way, feel free to just like in the chat whatever you want to be affirmative of what I say, just so I know you're existing. Because here basically like you're flying, but there is no threat. That's something that is very important, is to know really when you have to go, when not. Like for example here, you have to go. Okay, so yeah, okay. So he's typing in the Discord, by the way. So on chat, well, I'm assuming you won't see, but that's fine. So here, like for example, you have to go. He's like straight in front of you. Otherwise, no, we don't. And that's very important. Because at this rank, like people are slow. By nature, they are slow. So actually, going fast will make it harder for you to score things. A good example is here. So here, you're driving for this ball, but bumper is gonna touch it, maybe. Who knows? Perhaps. But you're still driving, as, you know, you should just wait a bit more. Playing a bit more passive in these ranks are better. Because here, if you were a bit more passive, you would be like a bit more behind, and then you'll be able to go for this ball. Right now, you jumped, even if like it was a loss. And I know it's very hard to see at first. So here, I don't do I mind? Let's go textbook. Let's go textbook. This will be the first example we do. I think this is better. So we'll just look at the rotation directions, which I think will be important for the rest. So essentially, the enemies are attacking in this way, okay? And the best way to counter them, and something that is very important for, like, one of the biggest thing that you should keep in mind, is to always try to be facing the ball whenever we want to go for something. At higher level, what you did was was fine, but here it's always better to rotate outside. So like, look, the enemies are gonna rotate like this, and you will be rotating like this. It makes a circle basically. And the reason why we want to do that is so that whenever we reach the time to play, we are actually able to face the play. If we look at what you did, you went in the same direction as the play, and so getting this ball is going to be hard, especially with the touch of your teammate. It's not impossible, but it just makes it simpler for you to always be facing the play. And again, I'm not saying that what you did is bad. Some people really like say that, oh, don't rotate on the same side of the play. I pretty much agree with them, except if you have a reason. Here you don't have the reason, so take the default route of going outside. And look, there's paths. You know, you can take a couple paths to go outside. There's also the middle ones, and it makes things easier for you to be facing the play rather than having to have an awkward save. Because here, this is just very awkward. This ends up being very awkward. So left goes, right? I don't know if you heard about this rule, but always assume that left goes. So yeah, I think this is more of a mechanical error. So see, again, it's actually similar here. Look. You have your teammate that is facing the ball. Look, from your teammate POV, this ball is very easy to get. You see that? All he has to do is like drive forward. It's very easy. Like, this is just a drive forward. From your POV, you have to turn to control it, and then turn into the play. So like, yeah, sure, you're closer here, but this is awkward, okay? So actually, this would be a better ball for your teammate. The best thing you can do here is just try to disturb this guy. But see how you're almost, from your teammate POV, you are almost an enemy. Well, we won't see him, I think. Yes, okay, see. There is a threat here. Is it you or the enemy? Who knows? Who knows? One of you. Who knows? See here, we don't know. It creates confusion. And he's gonna save it, thankfully. So there's no need to stay in the net here. Nice, I like that. Creeping up. This is your ball. Good try. The flick was not perfect. Yeah, you did like a diagonal instead of a forward. Happens. It's more of a mechanical issue here. Mm. The kickoff. Um. Okay, he missed. That's fine. You go for this. Well played.
Sorry.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have a question.
Mhm.
So, with so how would I fix the mechanical error then? Like, is that just more practice or
Well, it is more practice. For the movement, it's a bit harder. You have like training can do, etc. I'm gonna focus on the more game sense right now, and I think toward the end of the coaching, I'll be talking more about the mechanics. Because something
okay?
that happens is, uh, a lot of time, the mechanics that you do answers like a situation, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you actually mess up with the mechanics because you're not properly placed, so it makes the mechanic way harder. So that's why I want to look at the game sense part first, so
Okay.
that we can fix things, and then we'll look into the mechanics. So like right now, I'm just like taking mental notes of what I see mechanically, and I can give you tips after. Does that work with you?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Um, so here it's fine for you to go. Or is it? Yeah, if I don't know. Your teammate did something bad. But you saw him rotate out, so I don't mind you going and cutting. It's fine, doesn't happen. I'm gonna rotate out. This was almost good. Uh, this is almost good, but I don't know why you stopped. Okay. So I think here you drifted, so you do have the drift button on. Okay. Uh, hmm. So here we're gonna go with another thing that you need to be aware. So the way we're attacking, there's the P1, there's the P2. The player one, his goal is gonna be to challenge, okay? Basically, he's the one doing the attack. He has the ball. The one doing the attack, and you are the one that backs your teammate. This is your goal as a P2 right now. Uh, it's not proper here. Okay, this is your goal as a P2 is to back your teammate up. So what you want to do is try to stay behind the ball, behind the play. Okay, because right now you're going to the left. But look, there's a chance gonna happen here. Okay, are you ready for the follow up? No. And so, for example, here you see, if you stayed behind, you'd be able to take this. This will be a free ball, okay? But instead, you are very far, and so now you have to do that turn and try to get to the ball, which is gonna happen. Which you missed. That's fine. You want to be careful again about cutting into the play. So now look, we're gonna be very textbook, okay? You went, you were the P1, okay? Your teammate was the P2. So the P2 needs to back his teammate. Do you agree with that? Like that makes sense, right? So now, what happens after? After you made the challenge, whether you win or lose, well, if you win, you still have possession. That's fine. If not, you want to rotate out behind, and so that your teammate can go. So like he becomes the P1, and you become the P2. So the issue here that actually happened is that you are gonna do like this rotation to get the boost. I'm guessing. Uh, but like right now you're leaving your P2 on his own. Thankfully, this guy is very slow. But imagine if this guy was actually rushing, there will be no one behind. So thankfully, it's gonna be okay. But see again, you're going out of the play too much. You see how right now you're looking in that direction, while you want to be like somewhere here actually, because now there's gonna be an attack, right? So here you're a bit far. Here it's fine to be in the middle, not behind the ball. Why? Because there's no one challenging. It's fine. It's a bit awkward, but this is your ball. This is your ball. See, I think we see you a bit hesitate as when you're attacking. This is your ball. So I should be getting behind my teammate more. Yep. A good indicator of that is try to see where the ball is. Okay. Try to see where the ball is. So, and like go like behind. So like imagine, you being here, for example. You obviously have like a buffer. It depends on like, for example, here your teammate is gonna go more to the left, so maybe you can like creep up slightly, but slightly. I don't want you to be guessing. You can anticipate a bit if you want. Because like for example here, we know probably that there might be a challenge here, okay? Something might happen here. Okay, the ball could go, it could go here, 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 here. And so by being behind, you are able to follow up whether your teammate loses a challenge, whether it makes a pass, whether the ball goes here. Essentially, by being behind your teammate, it works. So you can see it as either being behind your teammate or behind the ball directly, and kind of mimicking the movement of your teammate. So for example, here you'd be like this. You go a bit more up, you go to the ball, and see. And the advantage of that is that you'd be facing the play whenever you have to go. For example, here, you'd be able to face the play, while if you are where you are right now, you have to go like this. But your goal is to score here. So if you're able to face this direction, that's better, right? Because like this is literally facing the goal. Well, now, like even if you're able to be bumper here, you'd have to do like some sort of weird turn. You see that what I mean? So for now, remember attacking when attacking and when you are the P2, you want to be behind your teammate. And try to keep in mind that we want to be behind the ball. So like those two things should connect together to give you more opportunity. Here your teammate. Fair enough. It happens. So here, I feel like you got kind of scared. So look, your teammate is behind. You could actually take this boost. But right now, you're just making a rush for the ball. Like, you see how you're moving like this? But again, what did we say? Getting behind the ball better. So actually taking a bit wider here would be best. That way, well, your teammate can go. If he misses, that's fine. You'll be able to follow up by facing the play. So here, it might be very awkward for you to just drive straight into the play. It's gonna be fine, but imagine if you were like here. Small difference, but it makes it's gonna make the turn easier. Because right now, well, this is what it gives. Good save. See again, chance is gonna happen. Here we're a bit far. We're not covering really much. If I think we get a bit too close at the end. Need to be rotating more behind the ball. Yep. So here your teammate goes. A bit dangerous. Let's look at it from your POV again. Because you see how... You see, for example, this ball. By going straight towards it, what option do you get? See, right now, like, sure, you might drive into it, double jump, and boom. But you don't really have any options. Well, for example, if you were here, this ball becomes more easy, right? You're facing toward... Like, it's the same thing as I mentioned earlier. The enemies want to attack like this. You want to defend by facing the play. And now you're looking like this. So essentially, what a high level player would do would be he would go here and maybe like turn around with the ball, or send it like on the backboard, like, well, drive on the backboard and then you fly. Can you do that? No. Can you get better at this? Yeah, sure, but it's gonna take time, and there's no need for you to really do that. Like, look at the space. So actually here, your teammate, what he should have done actually would just take wider and then go. I don't know why he got stressed. And you were also just going on the wrong side. You see that here, if you touch the ball, it goes to the enemies. In the end, you missed because it was a hard ball. and they almost score. So again, here, look, it might be fine, okay? Because like again, there's no one challenging your teammate. So if there's no challenge, you can be a bit more creep to the middle because you might accept for a pass. But I'm gonna be honest with you, don't expect too much passes, especially in solo queue. There's a lot of chance that they don't happen, or that they happen but badly. Because essentially, for a pass to work, your teammate needs to have like a clear field. He needs to be able to make the pass. That the pass is good. That it goes towards you, like so that you can get it. That you're actually able to get it. That the enemies are not able to save it. So for example, here, like sure, you got a pass, but I would not even call that a pass. It just like he shot it, and now you both are chasing the ball, and now you both ball chase. Again, I'm gonna give you another tip. Earlier I talked about passiveness, okay? Don't think of it as passiveness. Think of it as you being, how can I say this? More knowledgeable than your teammate. Not in a arrogant way, but look here. You are behind your teammate, so you have more information, right? Right now, you know that your teammate is in front of you. So should you go for this? Maybe. Maybe not. Do you agree that it's dangerous though? Especially with solo queue. You don't know if your teammate is good or not. So actually just waiting a bit more like would have been fine, because like you would still beat this guy. But instead what you do is you go. And sure, your teammate didn't play well, but you also didn't play well. So in the end, you both commit there. Well, actually, what could have happened was you could have just let your teammate commit. Like he did a bad thing. Ah, fair enough. I'm going back to defense. But at least you can defend. Right now, you guys are awkward. Thankfully, the enemies are not gonna be able to do much. Your teammate turns. That's good. You're behind him. Like this. Okay. See, this positioning is very good. Right now, this is perfect. Because you'll be able to take the follow up. But you got too fast. See, now you're here, but the ball is to the right, and you have to do that turn. In fact, you won't be able to, which I find. Like I don't mind here. I don't mind you not going because it's dangerous. So then your teammate go. But you see how you're moving a lot. Like look at your movement. You're just like driving in circles. It's fine to slow down a bit. Sure, if you want to wiggle a bit like this, like this, but just keep your momentum, but don't phew. Like, don't do that, okay? Just stay in the play, because for example here, if you just stay a bit behind, maybe you can go for this. Obviously it's hard, it's going to be an aerial, it might be difficult, but try it. And that's how you get better, is by having like opportunity like this. Instead now you see the ball is there, you're facing like this. This might be very difficult. You're going to be able to get it from behind. This is very good. See? This is very good. Why? So, as I told you earlier, the enemies are gonna attack like this. You guys are gonna defend like this. The enemies are gonna attack like this. So, if we were playing textbook, you would have to rotate out like this. That way, your teammate can go, and you can back him up. But it's fine to rotate on the same side of the play if you have a goal. For example, stealing the boost or bumping. In this case, you're bumping, which gives a free ball to your teammate. So actually, if you bump here, it's unfortunate. Okay, your teammate didn't play that well, because here you bumped him. Your teammate should be going for this, because this is a free ball. So you played well. Honestly, props to you. Your teammate hesitated. You turned to try challenge. Now you're a bit ball chasing. Do you see that? So actually here, if you saw that your teammate didn't go, you can turn. And you can try. Here you missed. This is not your ball anymore. You can try to get it. But can you see that it's better for your teammate to go? Essentially, let's view it like this. You have option 1. So this is option 1. You go. There is a bit of awkwardness, okay? Because you will have to do like a weird turn. Your teammate here will be like confused. Like, do I go? Do I not go? I'm scared. So this is option 1. Option 2 is for you to actually just leave and then go back. This does 2 things, okay? First of all, it communicates to your teammate. That's how you communicate in solo queue. Just by doing an action rapidly enough, your teammates will see that, oh, my teammate is not going, I can go. That's how you communicate. So like, if you want a ball, just either you go fast on it, or you decide to go the opposite way. So your teammate's like, oh, he's not going. Okay. So here, by going like this, you're letting your teammate know that, oh, he can go. And if he misses, you're behind. Which is good, no? Because he might not be that great. Because right now, like, see, if you miss, would you trust your teammate with a 1v1? You could, but I wouldn't, right? I would prefer being in the 1v1 situation rather than my teammate being in ones. Because at this, in ones, if I am in the 1v1 situation, I can control it. If I'm not, well, I have to let my teammate just do his thing. And here, the teammate did his thing. He bumped you. And it's because you kind of ball chased, too. So in the end, he's going to get the ball. It's going to be okay. Nice. Here, you're getting a bit too close. Be careful. See, right now, your teammate is going to do a challenge. He's going to beat them. That's fine. But you want to follow up, right? So by going too fast, you are going to get dragged by your momentum. I mean, to be fair, you could have had that. So actually, I retract what I say. I don't necessarily mind. But again, see, look. P1. P2. You go for the challenge, right? Option 1. Option 1, you make a pass like this, boom. Or you just score directly if you can, but if not, that's fine. You make a pass, your teammate gets it, he scores, or he misses, but that's okay. Option 2, you get beat. The ball goes like this, boing. Your teammate gets it. Would you agree with that? Does that make sense? Like, do you see how we want to play together as a team? Yeah, okay. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go for this. Oh, it was the year from previous. My bad. Actually, you're not gonna go for this because you know you got beat, but you are gonna rotate on the same side as the opponent. Again, James is gonna attack like this. You are rotating like this. So now you're creating confusion. And in fact, you're gonna try to turn. Do you agree that your teammate would have been in a better spot? I feel like you can see that right now, right? Sure, you touched it, but actually you just beat your teammate, and you gave them a pass, which did end up in a goal, but yeah, almost did. What now? Right now, if you did this instead, if you did it on the opposite side, your teammate can go. If he misses, that's fine. You can defend after. If you succeed, okay, that's fine. I can go back. You see how beautiful that is? Yeah, I'm starting to see how I'm not rotating correctly. And one of the things that happens is that when you're not rotating correctly, it makes things harder for yourself because you have less time. Because essentially, when you're turning, you're losing speed, which you have to boost again to readjust. And like you have to restart your momentum in a way. So like here, like your touch is not bad for what you had. It's not a good touch, but like you did all you could do there. And this is what you gave. Again, same thing here. I want you to look if you have time. Take your time. Because right now, what you did, okay, it might have worked. But you see how just doing this would be way easier, right? You wait for the ball, and then you have a free ball. You are facing the ball. You can beat this guy, and then you can continue. Right now, you try to go for something very risky, which is like, yeah, even if you get it, what happens? Well, the ball is gonna bounce. Yeah, which I have everything. Yeah, you kind of are, which is unfortunate. Because, like, look at this. You had all the time in the world, right? Just look at this. Worst case scenario, because you might say, well, okay, Zai, But if I turn, if I take wider, it's gonna take more time, right? But I want to be fast. Yeah, you are right. But the thing that will happen at higher level is that instead of having to turn, like to take wider to be properly placed, you would already be placed properly. You will already be in a good spot because you would be aware of the rotations, the proper positioning, etc. You would be aware of all of that. So at higher level, people would already be positioned properly. So they'd be already here. Obviously, in your case, you would have to be mindful of, oh, I need to turn a bit more, I need to take wider, I need to face the ball, okay? So it's gonna take more time, yeah. But worst case scenario, what happened? You do a 50. Like here, imagine if you arrive in the same time, you'd have to do a block. If you're facing, if you're in the front of the ball, he can't score. It's like worst case scenario, you do a 50, and it's good enough. Like it's genuinely good enough, right? Because he cannot score. Right now, you're just not there. Like sure, if you were able to touch it as you wished, you'd be able to touch it more rapidly, but it would be pointless. Very good boost still here. Be careful about the wall, but that's fine. Again here. So we could blame your teammate. Actually here, I want to blame your teammate. Your teammate did an action. You are the P2. He should be rotating out, but he's not. You see that here it should be your ball, right? But as I was saying earlier, if you're behind, you want to be the smarter man. You're the one that has the information about what is happening in front. So right now you see that your teammate is in front. So should you go? If you have confidence in yourself, if you want to try it, sure. Also, I don't mind you missing. That's another reason why I was not talking about mechanics as much. I'm fine with you missing if you're doing the right thing. So for example here, if you wanted to go, sure. Like I would be okay with you going because this is your ball. But you see that your teammate is right under it. So it seems like your teammate wants it. So what decision do we do? Do we go for it? Do we bump our teammate? Do we try to beat our teammate? Or do we try to wait? It depends. It depends. Is scoring this goal worth it, despite the risk? Is essentially the question you have to ask yourself. I wouldn't mind you going for this right now, because you guys are losing. Like 3-1, sure. Why not? Go try. If you were winning, for example, I would prefer you to just stay back. It's like, it should be my ball, but I recognize that, well, my teammate is not properly placed. So do I put myself in the risk of not getting the ball? No. So in the end, you still went, and you still got the ball, so I'm fine with that. Well played. But you see how it could have been dangerous. See here again. Did you recognize this? I don't think I need to draw the situation anymore. It happened quite a few times. Like, do you know what? I think you see what is gonna happen, right? In the box. In the box. I don't know if I understood that correctly. But you see how your teammate could go here? Like, if he saw you not there, he could actually turn and he would be facing the play. But because of you, because you're here, he's actually not doing that. So like for here, if you look at it from your teammate POV, he's going out. He could turn on this. If you were not there, if you were behind or you were rotating behind, your teammate would be able to know that, oh, my team is behind. I am the P1. I can challenge. Here, you saw that little turn. Your teammate like did a whoop. He wanted to go, but he was not able to because you were in the way. So now he has to play safe. It's a bit dangerous. And now, danger because he's not. There's no one behind. So like if your teammate missed here, he would like you guys would get scored on. Same thing here. So again, what is your goal? Your goal is to score there, okay? Your goal is here. So if you want it to be properly placed, it would be in a way where you can shoot it directly, right? If you're coming from here, path, you hit the ball, it goes in. Right now, you are going straight to the ball. Sure, this will be the fastest way to hit the ball, but unless you're able to touch it with like the corner of your card in such an angle that the ball like does a crazy redirect, it won't go in. So what is gonna happen? You're just gonna hit it on the wall. It's gonna bounce, and either your teammate is able to follow or the opponent. And if you took a bit wider, you'd be able to maybe here is a bit too extreme. Maybe you'd not be able to be here, okay? But even if you're just here, this is easier for you to beat this guy. Do you see that? Right now you're forced to hit it to the wall. Right now you can hit it beside this guy. You can outplay him. So instead you do this. Your teammate probably plays he's gonna be able to take your pass. But to be fair, this was risky. Because there is no way for you to know if your teammate was there or not. There you go, well played. It's fine. You wanted to go. That's okay. Again. I don't know if I need to draw it again. Tell me if you think it is needed. But do you see how you guys are attacking and how the enemies are defending? Like, can you imagine the line I was drawing? And like, see how your positioning is. Like, who knows, right? In fact, you won't be able to get the ball and you have to rotate out and you're gonna try to ball chase again. And your teammate who is probably placed, he cannot go. So he has to wait for you, and now this is awkward. You guys are in the bad spot, and now you're forced to defend. That's okay. I don't mind. But still, against you see this? Your teammate who is facing the ball could actually go, and you could be behind him, right? Behind him, ready to defend. Maybe not the back post, but at least you'd be ready to take the follow up. Instead, you're cutting, which is like sure you touch it, but for what? Right? Because you did a touch, but in the end, it's the enemy that got the ball. And your teammate tried, and you guys almost got scored on. It's gonna be okay. You got bumped. And see here, look, you always do that, right? So now you're the P1, you're out of the play. You could try to avoid your teammate by going like this, so that you basically you're signaling that you can go. Instead, like you're turning again, and look at your teammate. He's forced to stop. You see how he has the momentum to go. He wanted to go, but he's forced to stop and just wait for you. Which you're not gonna get it. Why? Because you had to turn. You're gonna be slow. You're gonna be late to the play. So you're gonna get beat, and now your teammate is in a bad spot. And thankfully, you guys were fine. But it was very dangerous. I don't know what you were doing. But okay, see, I think another problem, we might see that more in game 2, is that you get too dragged to the ball. So see how right now, the ball is what is important, but you're not thinking about your positioning. And so instead of trying to, you could have got a couple pad and turn, right? To be ready to take it. Instead of just staying, facing it. And in the end, you don't see this guy. And you miss. And it's the end. Alright, you can demute yourself. So what did you think about this game?
Holy cow. Am I not rotating? Oh my god. See, you're not the first person to see, the person I just talked to today,
Yeah.
which, coaching just ended up lining up 2 people in one day. So the same thing basically to me is that I'm not doing standard rotation at
Yeah.
all.
And you see
But
why I didn't focus on
but now,
mechanics?
something that you pointed out is
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something you said, Clayton. I'm I should just be thinking about where the teammate and opponents are and forget about the ball.
Well, it's because you're kind of hyper focusing on the ball.
Everybody's gonna be attracted to the ball at some
Yeah.
point. So I just need to track where the people are, and
Hmm.
I'm bound to find the ball.
Yeah. Another way you can see it too, is what I often seen was that, for example, if the ball was in the middle here and you were where the camera is, well, you're gonna have a bit of a delay, but I think that's fine. You would be like the ball would be the middle element of your screen, but you need to
Mhm.
think of it in terms of the goal. Like you want to score in their net, so the ball needs to be in between you and the net. That's
Yeah.
how that's another way you can see it from like facing the play or facing the ball, right? It's facing the ball so that the net is behind the ball, so that if you hit it, you can score directly. As you said, like
Mhm.
you're kind of hyper focusing on the ball only, which you don't like. Then you cut your teammate when he has a better like shot opportunity. Okay, he can do something better than you because he's facing the play. You have to do an awkward turn, and then it's awkward for everyone because your teammate has to stop, even if he got
Uh-huh.
something. Now you have a ball, but you're awkward because while you were turning, so now you get like a bad touch. Your teammate cannot follow up now, and so it's basically like the free ball for the enemies.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, and I think you can see why I didn't focus too much on the mechanics now, right? Like obviously you're doing a couple of errors mechanically, but
They're so minimal in comparison to how many rotation mistakes I'm making.
yeah, especially since like half of them are basically just like, oh, if you took more of your time, it will be easier, right?
Yeah.
So honestly, yeah, it's really more the rotation. Um, we might go a bit quicker on the second game, if we see the same mistakes, because I think we will be seeing the same mistakes. I want to retry to draw them, unless you want me to do that.
No, you
Uh,
don't have to. You can just pause,
yeah,
explain it, and all.
sounds good.
I,
Good.
the drawing of it the first time
Yeah.
was enough. I cannot picture the rotation.
Hmm.
I didn't know that they're rotating the opposite direction of me, and now everything makes sense.
Hmm.
That's why like everybody's been telling me they're like ducks. You're basically the enemy. I'm like, what does that even
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Now I finally understand
Hmm.
what they're saying is when they look at their position, I'm
Hmm.
basically doubling up as an opponent. And it's like, oh
Yeah,
god.
because the thing is, you're making it harder for the defender if he see you, because he can't guess how you're gonna touch it, right? So he just
Yeah, no.
see a car painted in the like in orange beside a car painting in blue, and it's like, well, I know the blue guy is against me, but maybe the orange guy is also against me. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to the second game. Um,
Okay. Yeah. I think
mhm,
yeah, we definitely got the nail in the coffin with that one
yep.
on how to improve on
Mhm.
rotations is just focus on the opponents. The ball will come to you. The
Yeah,
ball will come to you eventually.
yeah.
Just
Try to face the
focus on
ball.
the opponents, keep them in check, and the
Mhm.
ball will come to you eventually.
Yeah. It's not even about focusing on the opponents. I mean, if you understand it that way, that's fine.
Well, no, it's more
Yeah,
my teammate than the
yeah,
opponents.
yeah. A lot of decision making in twos is based on your teammates. Um, so yeah, whenever you can want to mute, and we can get started. I think I just wanted to add something. I'll just show you quickly by a drawing. Uh, so you understand that I want to redo the drawing about the rotation sense. I just want you to know that, like, imagine a line in the middle, uh, and basically it changes from that line. So this is essentially
Okay.
just what you need to know. And so, for example, when we're talking about backpoint rotations, that's what we mean, and that's why, for example, hey, if you're orange, you're attacking like this, um, or for example, okay, let's view it from the left. If you're attacking like this, you don't want to go here. The moment you pass that middle line, you're gonna like want to do a sort of, I'm gonna exaggerate, okay, but like this, right? It's basically like every time we pass the middle line, there is a change in direction. That's the only thing I'm gonna add for the rotations, so that you have like a full picture of it. So let's get started. All right.
Yeah. Mute.
That's fine. This is your ball. You're facing the play. Very easy. See how here you were just, all you had to do was a simple flick, a simple flip into the ball, and that was open. So well played. Here. Your teammate didn't go, which is, I don't know. Yeah, it's always left goes, but perhaps at the high, like the lowest level, people don't know that. Happens, I guess. If you really don't see him go, you might as well just try, but it's just unfortunate. Dangerous. You don't have boost here. So here, can you beat him to this ball? Maybe, but honestly, going for the back boost would be simpler. Because it's like, see, like here from the kickoff, you have the information that he has boost and you don't have any, right? So like, even if you touch it, it's gonna make a bad, like a weird 50. So it's a bit awkward. So like, again, you still made pressure at least. But almost didn't work. Okay, your teammate, I think, bumped you. Well, see here, you have two ways of seeing the play. Either you go or your teammate goes. To be honest, here it's fine. Whoever wants to go, it's okay. Obviously, your teammate Pablo is like more aligned with the rotation, but here it's fine. So it's just either one goes and you went, which is okay. I think your teammate didn't trust. So actually, the problem, I think, the real problem is not this. This is awkward, but that's fine. Is that here you know that you cut your teammate. Let's not call it a cut because, as I said, it's fine. So right now you're the P1, your teammate is the P2. He's way too close to you. Issue, but that's on him, okay? You're the P1, your goal as a P1 is to challenge. So here you stop. And this is actually what makes it awkward. Right now your goal is to challenge. Go for it. Worst case scenario, you miss, your teammate has a free ball. If you get a 50, your teammate is able to follow. Do you see how right now, by stopping, you're locking the movement of your teammate because of you? You're making it awkward for both of you. And actually your teammate just like is gonna bump you because like, oh, why are you stopping? And now both of you missed the ball. Is it? I think it's possible here. Is it? Do you think it's possible to simply hit it on the opposite side? Like, if instead of going like what you did here, you went just like this. Just enough to hit the ball, even a soft touch. Very soft touch, but to the left. Do you see how like this is slightly less risky than sending it to the right? If you can see that, it can help you immensely. Because right now you see that the ball is low, there's nothing really pressuring you. So instead of going directly for it, which puts it pretty nice, because right now, you know, if I was colorblind and I was not able to differentiate between blue and orange, I would be guessing that you are in the opponent team and you want to make it pass to this guy. Which which you almost do. Thankfully, it was not like powerful enough, and he was a bit far, but that was very dangerous. So think of it as a 1-2. Okay, I'm gonna explain. You did an action. Okay, now it's your teammate. He tried to do an action. Okay, it didn't even work because he landed very poorly. Well, I cannot even coach properly. This is so chaotic. Did you have the information? Yeah, you had the information. Let your teammate go. You see that he's facing the play, you are not facing the play. So that's like one reason for your teammate to go and one for you to not to go. The second thing is, well, oops, no, is again, I'll make a quick draw, okay? He just has to go forward. You have to go like this and then turn. So like sure, like even if you were able to beat your teammate, where do the ball go? It goes on the wall. And in fact, all of this created confusion. And you guys actually got scored because of this. So right now, you guys got punished severely because you decided to go for a ball that was not yours. I understand that there was confusion at the corner, like on the corner, but what you need to know is if you are behind, if you can see your teammate, you want to make the call. Because, like, imagine if your teammate is ball chasing, but you see him, well, either you risk going, for example, your teammate make a mistake. If you go despite the mistake, you're basically like prolonging the mistake. Like, you're just making it double. If you're smart about it, it's like, okay, he's making a mistake, I will take the next thing. Well, you're letting him do his mistake, but you're kind of correcting it. And like saving what he's doing. It is a way that you can see it. Here, that's good. Well played. Good thing that you didn't really hesitate there. So, for example, here you are the P2. He's the P1. It's basically dangerous. So playing safe is okay. So, for example, here going for this, it's a bit awkward. You see that? But so your teammate is rotating on the same side. So actually here, if we look from your POV, you probably see what your teammate was saying earlier, like that you are an enemy, right? You see how here there's like a 3-man squad coming at you. even if one of them is your friend, he's not helping you. So yeah, here I feel like the challenge was a bit dangerous, because again the thing is when you are as a P2, there's no one behind you. You're the last man, so you want to be a bit more smart about your challenge, even if you have to wait a bit more, but you want to try to increase your success chance. Because here, well, it was a bit dangerous. Your team is gonna be fine. What did Pablo did to you? Do you hate him? Look at this! Thankfully, he was able to get... He probably hates you. He probably hates you. Look at this. He has a ball. You come here, you bump him again. He bumps you after, and now no one's getting this ball. But you see how it's very annoying for your teammate? Whenever you just ball chase without thinking about it. Again, it's the thing that, oh, you have time, there's no pressure, so actually just let your teammate play. It's really like, this is your ball, good try, this is your teammate ball, let's go. See now, you did your action, that was your one, like the 1-2. You did an action, one, your teammate did the second action, you guys were able to score. And like everything worked perfectly fine. It's kind of that, yeah. So if I don't know why I cannot read today. Good bump, very good bump. See how you... Okay, I think this is actually very interesting. So you want the ball and the boost. Why not turn so that you hit the ball and you're able to get the boost? It's the same thing as the direction I was talking earlier. You did this with the turn when you could have done this to get the ball, the boost, and face the play. And now you had to do a weird turn. You're able to beat him. Props to you. But that's also because he gave you so much time. I was thinking the wrong things. Yeah, here you're thinking about the boost and then it's like you are under pressure. I had to take the boost and then turn. Oh, go the ball. There was no one. Your teammate is a bit too much in the middle. It's fine if you went for that. A bit dangerous. So, what happened? Well, actually, this is very interesting. So, look, you do your weird turn. You're then forced to hit this away from you. You got bumped too. Can you get this ball? Maybe. But see how if you were able to get the ball and the boost, you'd have been in a better spot of controlling the ball. Now you are in such an awkward spot that honestly, yeah, GG's, it's gonna be there, the ball. What can you do? You can get closer, but you're gonna be beat. In fact, here I think the mistake was, like, the final mistake was to go for this. You see, you jump when the ball is already over. Like, realize that, oh, I am cooked. It's over. GG's. I need to go defend. Right, this ball is your teammate. Hopefully, he stays behind and he's gonna save it. Hopefully. And that's why here you want to rotate as fast as possible. So that if he saves it, you can get the follow-up. If not, happens. And he's not gonna be able to save it, which is unfortunate. But can you blame him? Obviously, sure, he missed. He messed up. But you kind of messed up too. Or if you want to think of it in a different way, you let your teammate in a bad situation. Again, here you have time. Look, Sword D is far. The other guy is also very far. You see how you have so much time? So here you try to go fast, and then you have to turn. It's gonna be okay. Well, okay. Is it really okay? Because now look, a 50 lost. You kind of got juked by your own means. Again here, if you are behind the ball, like here, it seems like you're waiting for a pass. You see that? The ball is to the left. You're following like this line. You're following like this line. No, you want to be like behind. Because he's gonna go, okay, but look, if you're behind, you see how this ball becomes easier. Right, you come like here, and you'll be able to take it. Right now, you just stop in the middle, and thankfully for like your teammate that was behind you, he was able to take it. But this should have been the opposite. This should have been your ball. This is a bit more advanced, okay? But I want you to really understand why this is better. If you were coming for this ball, you would have momentum. Your teammate would be behind, but he would also have momentum. So if he was able to make a pass, you'd have the speed to go for it, okay? Right now, if your teammate makes a pass, well, you literally like you're parked. You're parking right now. So like you have to restart the gas, the engine, and then go. So like you're not ready here. Even if your teammate gets beat, well, you have to do a turn. You have no momentum. You're not moving. Wait, you're literally not moving. Does your controller DC? Okay, I think it did. I hope it did, because unless this was a strategy to make believe the enemy that, oh, I was not here, but actually I am. But I think the controller DC. Anyways, you guys get, oh, you don't get scored on with this. Holy. I was just waiting. Oh, well, no. You see how that's bad? You're not ready for anything. It's better to be further, but with speed to get closer, than being too close and having to wait. You see what I mean? Here again, you have time. Look, you're going super fast, supersonic, etc. But you could just do a soft touch to slow down, take the boost, and then follow up. Instead, what you're gonna do is boom. You got the boost, but now you don't have the ball. And so look, your teammate is forced to get the next one. You see how right now you made the play go faster by booming the ball away, and now your teammate is gonna be late. And like sure he missed, but that's because of you. You're the one who pushed him to go faster, and now you guys got scored on. It was not the guy that I was expecting to score, but you guys got scored on. All right, free kick off maybe. Again, here is the P2. Your teammate, I don't know why he's there. You don't know either, but you see him. So be careful. Be careful here. You're the one that is behind, so you're the one that makes the call. Because you have the most information. Right now your teammate probably don't see you. Yeah. See, your teammate is saying this while you're sitting here. So you should not be going as fast. Just slow down a bit, because that... Right, like, how do I even explain this? I think it's just telling. You just like went past the ball. And now, well, who saved this after? Now you have to go back. You don't have more any boost left. Your team is gonna get it. You don't have to go to the backboard here. It's the same thing again. Your teammate is the P1. He goes. He goes. He's gonna save. You're gonna be behind him. Okay? Right now, you guys are kind of covering the same space. Do you see that? There is no need for you to go to the back post, to the backboard. Actually, here you want to be like to the back post like this, and then well, you see if you can get the follow up. If not, you kind of just wait here to defend this. But you see, if you waited here, you could be able to defend this very easily. In fact, this was actually just open, right? Back post rotation at this level is very OP, because you can often get situations like this where just like a good shot and it's in. So here it's a bit unfortunate. Your teammate made a bad touch. He's waiting. You see how it's similar to what you did earlier. He's waiting, which makes it awkward. Because now, well, is he going or are you going? Well, you're gonna go, but now he's out of position. Actually, here it's better if he went, even if he missed. That way, it tells you that, oh, he missed. Okay, I'll have the next, or I'll be prepared for the next. But now you go, you mess up, your teammate is also awkward, and you guys almost, well, you almost concede. You should have taken this boost here. Again, look, you have time. Take this boost. Well, to be fair, you have to be careful about the demo, but it's not like slightly take it, then go on the wall and just wait here. You're going too fast. Here you jumped for no reason. You try to go for, like, here you can literally just drive down and take the bounce or the follow-up, and then just boom it if you want, try to control it, do something with it. That here you will try to do an aerial, to pre-flip into the ball. Like, even champs would have difficulty doing that. To do a pre-flip into the ball, so, again, way too hard. Let's do a good turn. Let you be in the play early. Careful about hesitation here. Are you gonna go or not? Because look, you see how your teammate here, he's forced to respect your decision. He's mimicking your thing. Obviously here you don't have boost, which is part of the issue. But now, can your teammate go instead of you? No. So like he's forced to wait for you. Oh, okay. Actually, this is very good. Look at your teammate positioning, and I want you to copy that as a P2. He's behind you. He's mimicking your movement. You see that? This is very good. The issue is that the P1 was not doing his job. Well, you're gonna be able to do it in the end. But yeah, your team, okay. Don't copy the end of what Pablo did, because then he was too far and he's not able to get this. He should have been a bit further. Well, he should have been actually facing the play. He was not facing it, so he had to turn. And now see he's awkward now because his positioning is not good, and he's forced to defend. See, here it was very awkward, but you guys waited for each other, and so you didn't double commit. You guys actually were almost able to score. So here you decided to cut early. I don't mind. Why? Because your teammate was behind, so that was very good. I don't know if you saw that, though. Maybe. Yeah, you see the teammate go behind, so you go. Perfect. Now take information. If you stay behind the, like, actually here, for balls like this, you want to be a bit below. Well, not below, behind. Right? If you're here, it's way better, because the ball is facing you than on top. Because here, what do you do? It's harder, right? Well, if you are behind the ball, you get the information, so you'd have been able to see this guy, and you'd be able to hit it in the middle instead of, like, under. You're still able to beat him, but this is more like just optimizing. And then you're able to score, so, like, well played. But just be careful of like hanging ball like that. You don't want to have your nose in the air like, oh my god, what is happening? Okay, kick off goal happens. Again, this kick off. Just keep in mind that left goes. The higher you go, the more prevalent that will be. Again here, see. What if you took wider? I don't know if there was a world where you can take pads, but like imagine if you were able to take this pad at least. You'd be able to get this ball and like get the boost and follow up after. Instead, well now you're forced to wait for the ball and you get demoed. Teammate plays well, you spawn to the left. You're gonna be able to get this. Again, take a bit wider. Take a bit wider, and you'd be able to play like towards the net. Here you're forced to play in the corner. It's like, yeah, sure, you were able to hit it, and then okay, you guys almost scored, but that was because of the mistake of the enemies. Careful about hesitation here. Again, here I wouldn't mind if your goal was to take this boost, okay? It's like here you're kind of forced to rotate that way, right? If you ever like happen to be forced to rotate on the same side of the play, try to be the least disturbing to your teammate. Because you see how from a teammate POV, this is Like, sure, he knows that you're not an enemy, but you could be. It can be awkward, right? So actually here taking the boost and then leaving would have been the best option. why are you bumping him? Okay, well, okay, I see. Fair enough, happens. But you want to be careful. You want to be careful with that touch then. Because right now, your teammate is very awkward. So you cannot do like a bad touch. You're bumping again your teammate. So like, see, like this is like the consequence of platinum, right? No one is good enough at this level, so you get a lot of awkward situations. But you want to be the smarter player by learning how to play around them. Again, here, look, your teammate is better positioned for this. He will have a better angle. You're cutting into it, right? I'll quickly draw it. He will be able to do this. Actually, I'm gonna use the other color, like this. He will be able to do this. You're doing this. So like at some point here, you would have to do like a very sharp turn, and like this requires more control. And so like sure you got the boost, but now, and see how you're forced to play in the midfield here. Well, or okay, I thought you were gonna try to hit it to the mid, but like the other option is to just do that weird turn to the wall, which you were almost able to get, but make things awkward, right? Again here, did you have to go for this? See how the other guy is far? But you don't have the information. Okay, now you have the information. You see? He's far. Don't go. Cause here, okay, you give the ball away, you wasted all of your boost, and you're out of position. This is what your aerial did. Obviously, like, you know, it gives you like practice, but now you see how awkward you are. You're not able to save anything. Here you're kind of useless. You try to get some boost, you try to get behind the play. You're gonna be able to do like this touch. But well, understandable at least. Careful again. See, nothing scary here. Actually, here what you could have done, big meta play, is just send it to the corner because it's safer. Because on the wall it makes a pass. If you send it to the corner, you can then follow it up, take the boost and the ball. It's obviously gonna be a bit awkward because of the turning, but you guys didn't get scored on. Okay, now you FF'd. Fair enough. Alright. So yeah, you can demute. I think we can have the final convo. I don't think we'll be watching another replay.
Whoa.
Alright.
That was a lot.
But it's honestly good though. Because it's pretty much the same mistake. So if you fix this, it already like opens much more possibilities.
So like, was it basically just the same thing, but a different game?
Yeah. It's pretty much the same issue. You don't have the rotation pinned down. So what happens is that you're always cutting it. So I feel like there's maybe like two elements, right? The rotation direction, right? You want to be facing like behind the ball, facing the play, towards the net. But also, you want to keep in mind your teammate in a way, right? Like I went, my teammate should be behind me. So if I went, well, he should be the one going next, right? And I feel like sometimes you didn't do that. So like you just like, oh, I went, but ball is up. I have to go, and then you go. But like your teammate would have been in a better spot actually. So like I feel like that's mostly like the error based like for the rotations is that you try to ball chase too much by trying to go for the ball, but you're not thinking of going like of how as a team you're positioned, right? So it's making awkward for your teammate, and then it's awkward for you because you won't get the best touch possible. Because something that you need to know is, like, imagine if you have like the net is in front of you and the ball is in front of you, right? This is an easy shot. You have so many options, right? It's very easy, right? If you are facing on the opposite way, you have to do a weird turn. This becomes very awkward, and so it's actually better if you have less opportunities. Like if you have less balls, but that they are better quality. Right? So for example, if you have the choice between 20 opportunities where you are facing the ball and the net versus 40 where it's just like kind of like as we saw, which one would you pick?
The 20.
Yeah. Because with the 20, you would be able to do way more. Like I can get like a I don't know a GC in your lobbies, and tell him that oh you can only hit 5 ball. He will be able to score the 5, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah.
Sometimes the lobbies are a bit weird, so maybe 3, but he will be able to score them because he will be probably positioned so that oh whenever he has a ball, he's able to go for it. Like that's perfect. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I think that's mostly a key issue for the rotations. Something that I'm gonna add is I want you to take a bit more of your time. Don't be passive. Don't think that taking your time is basically being passive. It's simply that I want you to try to recognize whenever you have more time. Because what does more time mean? It means that you can apply yourself more. So if you want to do a
Mhm.
mechanic, you can turn more, you can align your car better, and then you can try to fly. It means that you can turn wider so that you have a better option to shoot, for example. It means that you can concentrate more on performing a proper flick or like a proper flip into the ball. You basically have more time to do what you think. Like you saw that the speed of the lobbies were not like amazing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much I think your two main issues. And for what you were asking at the beginning for the mechanics, I think you see why I didn't insist on the mechanics.
Oh yeah, no. Mechanics. I just need time.
Yeah, if you want to work on some stuff, I would suggest shooting, basic shooting. Because the thing is, when you become like when you become aware of the many opportunities you have by proper positioning, you will see that just simple shots will be enough to score. So if you can actually put power in it and actually like just you're able to really hit the ball hard, it will be enough. And maybe the other mechanic that's a bit more advanced would be like bounce dribbles, just so that you start getting a sense of controlling the ball, of knowing what to do with more time. Like, oh, I have more time, okay, but let's do something with it. And I think bounce dribbles are like something that could be very good because it teaches you how to read the ball for the bounces, how to
Mm-hmm.
drift, so power sliding to get a better touch, the timing to get the touch too, how to it helps you like learn how to control your car essentially, in a way that applies to a lot of aspects in the game. But I think that would be like the main two things. Maybe a third mechanical thing is how you move around the field. Like if you're supersonic, how to keep the supersonic, how to get supersonic, right? For example, if you have no boost, 2 front flips are enough to get supersonic. If you have a bit of boost, like max driving speed, 12 boost or like a pad plus front flip is enough to get supersonic. But don't always go supersonic because we saw that sometimes like you were too close, and
Mm-hmm.
this refers to your positioning attacking, right? Often you're a bit too close as a second man. We didn't discuss about that, but we're like I was talking about like more rotation earlier. But that's another issue you have for your rotations and positioning is whenever you are the second man, I want you to be a bit more um, looking like you're the one that is behind, so you have more information than your teammate. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so be a bit further and ready to take the follow up instead of being so close and wanting to go. Because if your teammate makes a mistake in the front, well, you're behind to save it, to be able to fix the mistake, right? To cover for him.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still close, well, now you cannot fix his mistake. So now you guys are both in trouble. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any other questions? Anything you want to add?
I see people in Plat doing this thing where they do they aerial up and then they twist down to shoot the ball.
Do you
Back
mean?
home.
Okay, wait. Let me get back to the game. Uh, do you mean like something like this and then this? Like they fly and then they go down?
Yeah.
You can. The best thing for shots, for aerial shots that you can do in Plat, is essentially if you have a ball that is high, but okay, I'll put it higher, something like this. You can actually just single jump and then flick. You don't need to do like a fast aerial like you see that I'm doing right now. The reason why is for this is essentially if you need to get to a ball faster than the opponent, or it's a ball that you cannot get it otherwise. But if you look at whenever I can do the second jump, so like let's take the goal, like the crossbar here. I can actually just jump and keep my jump until almost that height, like even higher actually. You see that? You can see that it got flipped to the left. So actually I can just like jump and then flip. And this is basically the simple aerial shots I want you to do. So a simple flip like this, because then you can get power. So you can get power and change the direction of the play. And as you get a bit better with those, you can then do aerial shots, like aerial shots. So apply a bit of aerial and change the direction of it. But don't try to go directly for like fast aerials like this. Because if we look at your game, there was like only one moment where you went for an aerial, and it was not even needed, really, to be honest. And like there was maybe like
Yeah.
one or two moments where actually if you went for like an aerial, it would have been fine, but it would be better if it was like an aerial simple jump. So remember, you have two aerials, simple jump with a flick, with a flip that gives power, or fast aerial with two jumps, but then you cannot change the movement. So at your level, you pretty much just need the first one. So I want you to practice this one if ever you want to practice like aerials.
So like basically what I do is I air roll a little bit, then I flip forward.
Forgo the arrow for now. Honestly, just like flying, flying and then front flip would be enough. The arrow is if you want to change the trajectory of the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change the direction. I can't get to the ball. So basically I just air roll a tiny bit and it should help me get to like awkward positions.
Well, what I'm gonna say is that most often than not, when you cannot get to a ball, it's not because of your arrow, it's because of the positioning of the start. Like imagine if there is a ball in front of me here. If I am properly placed like this, all I have to do is flip now, and like it goes in, okay? If I want to score it from this angle, so imagine again it's in front of me, I will need to fly, arrow, and then flip. Do you see that?
Right, give me a sec.
Sure.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So
So like the
that's
thing,
what I
you can practice that, but you see how just by being properly positioned, if I'm here, it becomes way easier than here. So actually, what I want you to focus is more on your positioning to make the shot simpler, rather than trying to like have to learn this. Obviously, like sure, go and learn it. Like it's always good, but you don't have to make it as hard as it is. You see what I mean?
oh no, I'm like trying to like get my uh like toolbox of mechanics
Okay. So yeah, if you want to
for
learn that,
timing.
that's fine. As I said, like if your goal is only to rank up, if you want to like optimize your gameplay, as I said, your positioning will be a more decisive factor than the actual aerial. But obviously, if you want to learn that, that's fine. What I would recommend if you're on PC is to go like for the rings map and just try to without air rolling. Just try to fly without air rolling through the course, like
Mhm.
because actually like you can think of it in, like for example Lettermere Giant Rings map. You can think of it two ways, right? An arrow shot is basically a shot with an arrow. If you know how to do powerful shots on the ground and you're able to hit them constantly, or shots that are like just like slightly above the ground, and if you're able to fly, again, I'm not asking you to like to arrow as you fly, just like simple flying without arrow actually, like even like what I'm doing like right now. See, like well, you'll see it in a bit with the delay. There's something like this, right? Really, basically, so that you get like a feel for the car in the air. Like this is good enough, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to mix them together so that you're able to do like the simple, you know, simple flight, okay? And then you want to add the arrow at the end, but only at the end. Don't try to go like for air rolling whenever you're flying always, because this is gonna mess you up more, and like it's gonna like make it way harder for you to like learn how to fly. Like it's gonna make it way harder for the muscle memory to build up. So actually, like leave just like the arrow for the end, so like you're able to, you know, correct yourself. A good usage of the arrows, it's not something that we talked about, but it's when you're doing recoveries. I'm gonna show it quickly in training. Um, there is a plugin here if you have ball chasing, which is the recovery plugin, and basically it makes you bounce, okay? And actually, you can just try to learn how to air roll so that you can always land like facing the play and do like a power slide like this. So that can be like one of the first way you can learn air rolling.
Whoa,
Uh,
whoa, whoa! What is that plugin?
it's the recovery plugin in ball in Lakesmon.
Ice Munch?
Yeah,
If I only find that, Jesus.
it's already on by default, by the way. But like this can be like a first time, like a good first time for you to just learn how to air roll. Like, okay, if I air like this, my car lands up in this way. What I'm practically trying to say is like learn them individually, right? Work on your shots, work on your air rolls a bit, work on your like air rolling. Start like discovering how it works. Whether you would do it with recovery or just with flying, it's fine. And then try to put it together. Because the thing is, I feel like if you're trying to go for aerial shots right now, it's just gonna be a mess. Because your positioning is not already good, so it's gonna be harder for yourself. You're just gonna miss. You won't understand what you're missing to. Um, so like, it's good that you wanna like increase your mechanical toolbox, but
Okay.
every mechanic's like answer situation.
Plugin is
So,
changing everything.
oh, so yeah, I think I pretty much said all I had to say. Unless you have any more questions or concerns.
No, I think this plugin is gonna boom, 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 boom,
I mean,
boom,
this is
boom.
only for recovery, but it teaches you a bit
No,
of like power
this is what I
sliding,
needed.
aerial.
Something
Yeah.
to like get me to figure out how my air roll works.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's good. That's good to know. Um, and yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me on Discord and keep me a bit of your progression. By the way, whenever you reach
Yeah, I
diamond,
will.
I think that was your goal, right, before the end of the year.
Yeah, right before the end of the year, I want to reach diamond.
Okay, okay. Well, I hope you reach it. Good luck. It's gonna take some work, but if you have enough dedication, I think it will be reachable.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
all right. I'll be taking a good night.
Yes, good night.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.